Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
On the double. 53, check 53. Not here. Look, squeeze. Run. No. Go.
On first down, McFarland. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
3 bucks.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Slam. 49, check 49. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 26. Hey, seam 6.
On first down, Herbert looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. If the crowd goes, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Off play action. Herbert. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. They'll run on first down. McFarland takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
60 outlaw.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
Deep grip.
On second down, McFarland able to slither by, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, orbit.
Throwing on first down. Herbert, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Red 50. Wait.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Back to throw. Martinez looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Delta.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Go.
At the 29-yard line.
the gun. Herbert. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
70, Indy. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Off the play fake. Herbert. Oh, he's going to look end zone here for Pettis, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards to pick up there. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Hey, watch it.
On second down now, McFarland. And he'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And some room to roam now. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. That kickoff return, 104 yards as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Herbert looking for Kelsey on the deep. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
10-2 stop.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 52.
Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. John Ross with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Martinez operating from the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Takk McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works free. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They go play action here on first down. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Equanimous St. Brown, his second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's it, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 50.
Six, pull it high.
Set the tone, defense. Set the
Down.
To throw on second down, Herbert. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. The 20. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Vikings 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Martinez now throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Martinez. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Here's Martinez on first down. And this is caught by Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Bears first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 80 weapon. Under 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Let's go. Ready.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First down, Bears.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch.
Martinez on 1st and 10. Complete to Bryant. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Here's Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Stop your whining. Check 3. 61. Matchbox, right.
Here's a run with Balazs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Balazs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Break. Hey, wahoo! You better bring it. Let's go, Mike. Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over.
Ready, set.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
60 orange. 52 the money. Man, that's trash.
From the gun on 3rd down, Martinez. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. To throw is Martinez. Throwing on 1st down. Pass complete. It's Collins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
He's coming. Double up.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown for
Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Looking to throw. Herbert going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Hey, alert 3, alert.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Switch gears, switch gears. Switch. Check.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready? 60 or.
58, right there.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Get it.
On first down, Swift. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bam.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 12-yard line.
Take 4.
Protein spill. Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
58 to Mike.
X3. 218 chopper.
Check 37.
Bravo.
58, boys, 58.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 42-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch that in.
2nd and 5. Underneath for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Watch out.
Chopper.
They'll run on first down. It's Evans. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Martinez to throw on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
66. Bullet high.
Martinez now. From the gun, he'll throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. That one goes for 24 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. They'll try the left side. It's Evans, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Second and 3. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And an alley to run. Muscles by it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 58 yards.
Ready? Rock it. 25, check 25, check 25.
Check. Fresno.
Deep rip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it. and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
And they will take a knee here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
On the ready. Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Give me some. Here we go.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. On first down, McFarland. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Check 99. Check 99.
Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch the twins. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that
play. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.